Hey guys, so I just got off the phone with my incredible, talented, super cool, super great website designer, Zenon. And we just had an insane 90-minute meeting, and I had to come and sit here and make this video and talk with you about it because I'm processing what just happened. And even though it might seem like a little bit of a setback, it's honestly been such an encouraging and God, like reaffirming experience that I just went through. So I just wanted to share it with you real quick. And if you're new to this channel and you're watching this for the first time, you know what to do. Give a like, give a comment. But I am going to share with you some real important strategies that might help you when you run into challenges. So stick with me. So real quick, I started my agency many years ago, and I've actually had a few different names for the agency. It's been an evolution. When I first started, I picked a name, something that actually inspired me from one of my father's agencies that he was running in New York City. And then it has evolved. It's had like 3 or 4 names, I'm sad to say. And the last name that we were working with, that I had really thought, like, this is it. This is the name of the agency. This is the direction we're going in, is Iconify. And I love that name. I think it's like full of energy and action. And it's like, it just is a great name. I think it's very, very cool. But something in me, like a hairline piece of me, was resisting fully committing to that name. Like there was iconify.com was taken, but iconifyme.com was still available, and it was like $200, not a huge investment, but there was something holding me back from actually pulling the trigger. But you still got to keep moving forward, right? So I'm going forward with the name Iconify. Zenon and I actually start rebranding my agency, and I'm like the shoemaker who has no shoes. My website is like non-existent. So we were really getting to work in August on this new website. And you can see behind me that it is not summer anymore. In fact, it's almost Christmas. And also, I just want to say, as a quick aside, it's about a week since Thanksgiving, and I have my Christmas tree up, okay? I know that's not a big deal for a lot of people in America. They get their Christmas trees up Thanksgiving weekend. I am not one of those people. My tree goes up December 23rd. So this is a major achievement for me. And it's also a little shout out to my life in LA. This is my awesome gold and silver Christmas tree that I love. But I haven't decorated it yet. Maybe we can do that together in another video. So anyway, it is now almost December. That's 4 months we've been working on this site. Okay. A lot of work, a lot of time spent piecing things together, getting resources together. And the other thing about Iconify is that this site has been dragging on and on. It's like I knew my site was going to take a backseat to all of my clients, but this is ridiculous. It's 4 months in, and like the landing page, the home page is still not done. And there was always something about Iconify that gave me pause. I felt like, as cool as the name was, like this active name, it was a little aggressive and a little bit like in your face, like Iconify, we're going to make you an icon, and yeah, Iconify me. I was just like, I don't really know that that's what I'm going for. And also icon, the word icon, great word, kind of played out right now. Like everything's an icon, and she's such an icon, and oh my God, it's iconic. And it's like, I'm a little over it. And I don't think I was feeling like I wanted to hitch the name of my agency. I didn't think I wanted to hitch that star to that name for the rest of time. So I was really starting to have doubts, and I was really starting to have second thoughts. And about 2 months ago, or no, you know what? I'd say 6 weeks ago, I decided to scrap Iconify, the name. And I decided to go in a different direction with the name I didn't tell anybody about it. I just sat with it for a while, several weeks, which is part of my process. I don't like to share things with people. I don't want their opinions or energy on the topic or the decision. I kind of needed to stay clean so that I can come to the decision myself. So I'm very protective of news, of decisions and choices I have to make. So I finally settled on it, and I settled on it without any input with anybody else until after I'd made that decision. So, which I will share with you in a second. But the new name demanded a bit of a new direction in terms of the visual branding, the colors, the fonts, the logo. And in this case, I was going for a wordmark logo, and that just means the name of the agency is the logo. There's no like little symbol or emblem or logo besides that. So like I said, Iconify used to be like much more bold, and we had a font that was very reflective of that. And just bear with me while I geek out on fonts here for a minute, because it's kind of crazy, and that's part of the experience I just had on the Zoom call with Zenon this morning of like, you take a lot of these like things for granted, but it's crazy what something like a font can do to change everything about a brand. And we're obviously around fonts all the time, but I cannot convey to you just how important this is, and also how insane it can make you. Like, you can sit there trying to look at fonts for days and days, and it will take you down. It will take you down hard. We just spent 60 of the 90 minutes of our call talking about fonts. We went deep. And this is what happened. For the new name of the agency, I wanted a font that was more elegant and elevated and sophisticated and cinematic. And I came up with a whole concept for the hero area. That's the real estate above the fold. When you first get onto a website, that's the real estate before you start scrolling down. It's prime real estate. So I had come up with a new concept for, rather than just a video or an image, I came up with this cool effect idea. Actually, Zenon came up with it, and then I enhanced it. And don't worry, Zenon, I'm not going to steal credit. So, and I came up with a new font. And then we lay out, the way that we work is we lay out our concepts in Figma before we actually build out our sites in Framer, which we love because it lets us have so much flexibility in terms of animations and really making our websites experiences for our clients. So anyway, what happened was I look at the site now in Figma and I'm like, this isn't going to work. It doesn't match. The hero concept with the new font does not match the rest of the site. And Zenon and I spent a lot of time going back and forth on this morning. We tried changing the font on the new name of the site, of the new name of the agency, and that worked. But I was just like, it's working, but it's not working. It's working, but I'm compromising the new vision and the new direction I want to go in. And that is why I wanted to come in here and talk with you, because ultimately what we decided to do was scrap everything and start all over again. And the name of the agency that we have decided to go with is Ghost. And our tagline is Building Forever Brands. And I absolutely love this name. It really speaks to me as the founder. And when I came up with the name, everything came together visually, emotionally, energetically. I just had a very clear vision and through line through what this brand was. So I had to hold true to that inspiration and that creative choice. I couldn't compromise on it. So we decided to scrap it and start all over again. And I should probably show you what it was like so you can see hands on. Okay, so come with me real quick and I will take you to my office that is a little bit of a mess right now, but this is where the magic happens. And I am going to pull up for you what we've been working on. So here you can see, this is our Figma board and we've got everything laid out in the canvas here. And then I'm gonna zoom in for you. Whoops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Maybe that's too much. Let me go out to 50. Okay, here we go. So here we've got that hero image that I was talking to you about. And this is something we actually came up with for this cool effect. I'll actually show you what it looks like in our under construction page, which is brand by ghost.com if you want to check it out and get on our mailing list. So here we've got this cool liquid effect, and then the words appear showing you that we're under construction and asking you to join the list. And it's a little hard to see on the camera, through the camera, but I assure you, if you just logged on through your desktop or phone or whatever, you would see this clearly, and you can jump on our list if you want. We would love to have you. So anyway, back to Figma. So this is just a placeholder of what you were just looking at, but I didn't want to compromise and let that concept go, especially now as it's evolving. But when I looked at the whole concept together, I was like, this does not go with this anymore. This is really cool, and this will do all kinds of things like open up and videos will play and there'll be these cool animations, but I'm like, this is not working. So we made the decision. To scrap it. And that's what I wanted to talk with you about, because I got a real reminder and an even bigger lesson today in just how important it is to stay flexible. Stay flexible in your approach, stay flexible with your creations, because what you might consider as a setback, which we all have them in our lives and in our businesses, I could have considered what just happened really bad and a setback and been disappointed, but it was really quite the opposite. I was like, this is not a setback. This was a really important part of getting us to this point so that we could pivot and be working at the level that the both of us really want to be working at when it comes to whatever it is we're creating and putting out there into the world for ourselves and our clients. And so I wanted to invite you to look at your own business as you're building your brand. And I wanted to invite you to look at things that you might consider as challenges or roadblocks or setbacks as something very necessary that is happening for you in your own process. And embrace them. And do not settle. Okay, if this is resonating with you, what I'm saying, subscribe to this channel, because these are the concepts and these are the ideas that we're going to be expanding on and talking about, as well as a lot of practical information and value that you will be able to take, tools that you can take and implement into your own brand. So I just want to urge you to never, ever, ever settle. And I'm going to say that I'm really proud of myself after this morning. I'm really proud of the fact that the two of us were able to come together and agree. And when he made the suggestion that we scrap it, I was like, you're reading my mind. And instead of feeling regret or doubt or disappointment, I just felt total relief and total excitement. And I totally embraced the fact that the direction of where we were meant to go with the new brand identity and the new name of the agency was revealed to us through this process. And if you can be flexible, and if you can not rigidly attach yourself to decisions that you've made for the sake of continuing to honor the standards that you're working at and the vision of what it is you are trying to achieve, then the truth will reveal itself to you as well. So I hope that's helpful for you. And I hope that you will stick with your own process and remember that there really are no mistakes, there really are no setbacks, and that everything is really happening for you to have the experience of inspiration and creativity come in to meet you, because that is such a huge part of the fun of building a brand. So I'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you've got something that you thought was setting you back and now you're thinking about it differently, I would love to know what that is and hear about it in the comments below. And I will talk to you soon.